What the duck, ladies and gentlemen, it's me again. Welcome back to my channel. I want you to stop before you make breakfast this morning. You need to see this. Health officials are sounding the alarm on an urgent recall for certain brands of brown eggs after dozens of people across multiple states were hospitalized with salmonella poisoning. This is a serious, active situation, but it's causing a lot of confusion. I'm going to cut through the noise and give you the exact plant codes and dates for the cartons you need to look out for. We're going to do this right now, so you can walk over to your fridge, check your eggs, and make sure your family is safe. Let's get straight to what's happening right now. The CDC and the FDA are investigating a dangerous multi-state salmonella outbreak that has already sickened at least 95 people. This isn't just a mild stomach bug. Of those individuals, 18 were so sick they had to be hospitalized. This is an active threat, with illnesses reported across 14 states. The source has been traced back to a company called Country Egg, LLC, out of Lucerne Valley, California. Investigators did some detective work, interviewing sick people to find out what they all ate. And the trail led directly to large brown cage-free eggs from this one company. As a result, Country Egg LLC has recalled its eggs. Now this is critical. These eggs are sold under different brand names. The brands in this specific recall are Nakatoshi Produce, Misuho, and Nausea Markets. These eggs were mainly distributed to grocery stores and restaurants in California and Nevada. The investigation even found illness clusters linked to 4 different restaurants where the contaminated eggs were served, which means you could have been exposed without ever buying eggs yourself. And while 95 people is the official count, the CDC often warns that numbers in an outbreak are likely much higher. Many people just suffer at home thinking they have a stomach flu and never get tested. The fact that 18 people ended up in the hospital tells you how serious this is. Now, the reason there's so much confusion is because this news comes after another huge egg recall that happened just weeks ago. This earlier recall involved a different company called August Egg Company, and it's linked to some of the biggest names in grocery business, including Walmart. That first wave of recalls was enormous, covering an astonishing 1.7 million dozen eggs. That's over 20 million individual eggs that could have been contaminated with salmonella. That outbreak ultimately sickened 134 people and led to 38 hospitalizations and, tragically, 1 death. The recalled eggs from August Egg Company were sold under a long list of brand names, including some store brands you instantly recognize, like Walmart's Marketside brand. Those eggs were distributed to a massive number of states, including Arizona, California, Illinois, Indiana, Nevada, Washington, Wyoming, and more. So you can see the problem. We have 2 separate severe salmonella outbreaks from two different producers, affecting different brands, happening back to back. It's a perfect storm of risk for anyone with eggs in the fridge. A carton from a month ago could be just as dangerous as a carton that you bought yesterday. This is why you need to check right now. Okay, this is where you need to pay close attention. Go to your refrigerator, grab your carton of brown eggs, and let's check it. Don't just assume you're safe. Let's verify. Look on the side of the carton for a string of numbers printed in black or blue ink. We're looking for a plant code and the date. First, let's identify the eggs from the current active recall linked to 95 illnesses. Company is Country Egg LLC. Brands to look for are Nakatoshi Produce, Misuho, and Nausea Markets. The code you'll find is CA7695. The dates to check for are from July 1st, 2025 through September 16th, 2025. If your carton has the plant code and the sell-by date in that range, it's part of the urgent recall. Now for the previous widespread outbreak linked to stores like Walmart. Even though the CDC declares the outbreak over, you might have these eggs. This involved many brands, including Marketside, which is a Walmart brand, Safeway, Food for Less, and others. You are looking for the plant codes P6562 or CA5330. The dates, this recall had a long date range from March 4th, 2025, all the way through June 19th, 2025. To be perfectly clear, check your carton. If it has plant codes CA7695 or plant codes P6562 or CA5330, those eggs are considered unsafe and should not be eaten. Please take 30 seconds to check it. It could save you and your family from a truly miserable and potentially dangerous illness. What is Salmonella really? It's not just a stomach bug, it's a harmful bacteria that invades your intestines. Symptoms usually start anywhere from 6 hours to 6 days after you eat the contaminated food. It often kicks off with a fever, followed by nasty abdominal cramps, nausea, and diarrhea, which can sometimes be bloody. The vomiting and diarrhea can get so bad that it leads to dangerous dehydration, which is the primary reason people end up in the hospital. And this threat isn't the same for everyone. While a healthy person might fight it off in about a week, Salmonella can be incredibly serious and sometimes fatal for young children and adults over 65 and anyone with a compromised immune system. In rare cases, the infection can escape the gut and get into the bloodstream. When this happens, it can cause more serious problems like arterial infection, heart infections, and a painful condition called reactive arthritis that can cause joint pain for months or even years. Okay, you checked your carton and the numbers match. What do you do? The FDA has very clear guidelines. First, the obvious. Don't eat them, don't cook them, don't scramble them, and don't give them to your pets. While high heat can kill Salmonella, the risk of cross-contaminating your kitchen while handling raw tainted eggs is just too high. Don't just toss them in the kitchen trash. If an egg cracks, the bacteria can get everywhere. The official advice is to put them in a sealed bag or container and throw them in the outside trash can. Third, take them back to the store when you bought them for a full refund. Retailers are fully aware of the recalls and are prepared to give you your money back. Returning them also helps with tracking the infected product. Fourth, and this is absolutely vital, sanitize everything. You have to assume bacteria from the carton or eggs got onto other things. Use hot soapy water or a dishwasher to deep clean any surfaces, utensils, or dishes that might have come in contact with the eggs. This includes fridge shelf, countertops, or any bowls or whisks you used. Cross-contamination is how one sick person becomes a sick family. Before we continue, I have to ask for your help. This is public service information. Think about your parents, your friends, the people in your community groups. They all need to know about this. Please just take a second and hit the share button. Text this video to your family. Post it online. You might be the person who prevents someone you care about from getting seriously ill. It's a simple click that provides a huge amount of protection. Thank you. So you have to start asking, how does this keep happening? This isn't just one unlucky batch from one farm. We're looking at two huge back-to-back recalls from two different major producers. We're talking about millions of contaminated eggs flooding the American food supply for months. A recall spanning from March to June, like the one from August Egg Company, raises serious questions. How does a contamination problem go unnoticed for that long? What failed in our food safety system that is supposed to protect us? In their notices, the companies say they've suspended production or are diverting eggs to be pasteurized. Those are reactive measures, but where are the proactive prevention? You trust that the food you put in your shopping cart is safe. That trust has been broken. We will be watching to see what the FDA investigations uncover and what permanent changes are made to make sure this doesn't happen again, because a refund after people get sick is just not good enough. What this all comes down to is that you have to be your own safety advocate. In a perfect world, our food would be perfectly safe. We don't live in a perfect world, and these recalls are proof. The power you have is knowledge. It's the power to walk to your fridge, read a code on the carton, and make a decision that protects the people you love. My mission here is to get you critical, time-sensitive information without hype or panic. Just the facts you need. If you want to stay ahead of the next recall and get these urgent warnings the moment they break, please subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications. It's the best way to make sure you don't miss an alert. Check your eggs, stay informed, and stay safe. And we'll see you in the next video.